Have you ever had to clean your room, and right after you finish, it's messy again? Or maybe you built a super tall block tower, and it fell over just before you placed the last piece? Ugh! You fix it, it falls again. You fix it, it falls again. Well, today's story is about a guy who really understands that feeling. His name is Sisyphus, and his job, forever, is to roll a giant rock up a hill, only for it to roll right back down. Again, and again, and again. So grab your imagination and maybe a tiny rock, not too heavy, because we're heading into a myth that's all about effort, tricks, and never giving up. Meet Sisyphus, a clever king from the city of Corinth. He wasn't strong like Hercules or magical like Circe, but boy, was he smart. The kind of smart that could get him out of trouble, and sometimes into more trouble. He loved to make deals, play tricks, and find clever ways to get what he wanted. If the gods said, "Turn left," Sisyphus would find a way to turn right and look innocent doing it. But the gods? They don't like being tricked, especially Zeus, king of the gods. And Sisyphus tricked him too. He even tricked Thanatos, the god of death. Can you believe that? Sisyphus actually chained up death so nobody could die for a while. Imagine that. Soldiers getting back up after battles, people never saying goodbye. It was total chaos. When the gods finally freed death, they decided, that's it. This Sisyphus guy needs to learn a lesson he'll never forget. So one day, the gods dragged Sisyphus to a steep, rocky mountain. Zeus pointed to a gigantic boulder, bigger than a house. Your punishment, said Zeus, is to roll this rock up to the top. When it stays there, you'll be free. Ha, thought Sisyphus. That doesn't sound so bad. He stretched, cracked his knuckles, and began pushing. Step by step, grunt by grunt, the rock rolled higher and higher. When Sisyphus was just about to reach the top, whoosh! The rock slipped, tumbled down, and crashed all the way to the bottom. Sisyphus gasped. Well, maybe next time. But every single time, just as he neared the top, the rock rolled back down again. That's his punishment forever. An endless task that never, ever ends. But here's the secret. Sisyphus never stopped pushing. He kept rolling that rock, smiling sometimes, thinking, if the gods gave me forever, maybe I can still make forever mine. You know what? We all have our rock moments. Maybe it's learning to play piano and hitting the same wrong note again. Maybe it's trying to do math homework and getting stuck. Or maybe it's just remembering to pack your lunch every morning. It feels like the same hill every day. But like Sisyphus, every push makes you stronger, smarter, and a little closer to the top, no matter how many times the rock rolls back down. So the next time something feels impossible, remember, you're building your forever muscles. Now, let's look at Sisyphus's hill through the eyes of science. Have you ever heard of friction? That's the invisible force that slows things down when they rub together. It's what makes your shoes grip the ground, or why you can slide faster on ice than on grass. When Sisyphus pushes his rock, friction is what keeps it from rolling back too fast.
Gravity is pulling it down.
Gravity is the invisible force that makes everything fall toward the ground, like your pencil, your backpack, or even the moon. Kind of. So really, Sisyphus isn't just battling a curse, he's battling physics. The rock rolls down because of gravity, and every time he pushes it up, he's doing work. That's when energy moves from him into the rock. Scientists even have a term for something like this: perpetual motion. It means movement that goes on forever without stopping. But in real life, it's impossible. Friction and energy loss always stop motion eventually. So Sisyphus's task isn't just hard, it breaks the rules of physics. But what if Sisyphus lived in the future? Imagine him using robots to help. He could program a robot to roll the boulder for him, like an ancient Greek engineer meets a computer scientist. Or maybe he'd invent a solar-powered ramp that keeps the rock at the top using energy from the sun. Or maybe he'd teach the rock to learn a smart rock that rolls itself up like a self-driving car. And here's the wild part. Even today, scientists and engineers are a little like Sisyphus. They keep trying, failing, and trying again. Launching rockets, designing better batteries, curing diseases. Each experiment is another push up the hill. Sometimes the rock rolls back down, but that's how progress is made. Step by step, push by push, idea by idea. So next time your rock feels too heavy, remember Sisyphus. It's okay if it rolls back sometimes. What matters is that you keep pushing, even when the job never ends. The effort makes you wiser, stronger, and braver. Because in every roll, there's a little bit of magic called persistence. This was Myth Meets Science, where ancient stories meet today's curious minds. See you next time, and keep rolling your rocks with a smile.